Good afternoon. We've been meaning to do a recording for a while, but Robin's been a little busy here, to be honest. She is working on a project that is taking up some of her time. What have we really wanted to talk about? Well, we want to talk about your life experience, your responses to your life experience, and what it is that you can do to have a smoother and more pleasurable experience while you are here. Doesn't that all sound great? What we are wanting to tell you is that we have talked before about this intricate life plan that you have, and you do have one. And whether you know it or not, the way that you are responding to the life experience you are having right now in this moment is already culminating or planning the next life that you will live. You are a never-ending, ever-expanding, growing piece of all that is. And that never ends. You're not going to die. It's not going, not in the term that you think dying is. This expansive experience that you are a part of is going to continue on from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. And it is one continuous flow of energy that never stops. So let's clear that up right away. We hope that you get the concept or the idea that we just gave you, that you're in the process right now of creating, whether you know it or not. And that prior to getting to this life, you were in the process of creating, whether you know it or not, you see. And it's why some of you sometimes will recall things, you will remember things that will seem very familiar to you. It might be people, it might be activities, and you will think, how did I possibly know or sense that? This is why. Because in the past lives or past experiences that you have had, you were emoting, you were sending, you were feeling, and you were interacting in life. And that was being received by all that is. And that was culminating the experience that you are now finding yourself in. And it is also culminating the experience that you will find yourself in the future, you see. It is good to know, yes, that many of the experiences that you are encountering are yesterday's news. They have already happened. They have already been felt. And why are you here? You are here to work out some of the kinks, some of the energy patterns, if either yourself or even your lineage, that you are wanting to perfect or to overcome. Let's use that term. You see, that's what you're really doing. You're in a school of life here, and there are lots of choices that you will make. And we have told you about free will. There's lots of experiences that are going to happen that are going to be upsetting to you. And then you're going to have this opportunity to create the wonderful life that you would really want to have, the expansive part that you would like to even become more of by choosing how you're going to feel about it. We've told you before, and we think it is worthy of repeating again, that when you have an emotion and it is received by the high part of yourself, by all that is, that energy is automatically transmuted to the highest degree of love. And what that means is that we know that you in your human form really want something wonderful by that awful feeling, or sometimes that good feeling, that you have sent out in the form of emotional charge. And so all of it gets transmuted or brought up to the level of love, you see. And we keep preaching to you over and over again, you also in mastery. And what is mastery? It's a human who knows that there is a source that is funding the tool, the human that they are, and that they can use the high source energy to transmute the negativism that they are experiencing while they're on the earth plane. And how do you do that? Well, you actually decide to get the lesson out of the lives that you're living. You decide that when you've experienced something that you feel awful about, that you feel negative about, that you feel was difficult, that you feel was hard, whatever it is you have deemed it, you decide to call, you decide to ask that high part of yourself to join you and assist you in finding out the lesson or what you really gained from that experience rather than becoming victimized by it. Now you're doing exactly what we do. And now you're going to create a lot nicer experience for yourself in the future. Did you know that? You see, it's important. That's why we're here. We want you to understand the creator that you are and the input that you have in that creation, that you are a big part of it, and that you can choose how it is you're going to emit energy, how you're going to feel in every given moment, in every experience that you're having while you're here. You see, you are this source, this high voltage energy, and you can implement it into yourself by your choosing. How is it that some humans have a recognition of things that are coming? Robin used to say, I never heard of a tennis racket. I never even thought about playing tennis. No one in my family played tennis. But I would want to go to those courts and then her husband at 13 years old at that time. She would hit the ball hard. It would fly over the top of the fence. But something in her psyche, something in her mind knew that tennis was going to be a part of her future. And she asked, how did I know that, you see? Because you can ask. Now, she didn't specifically ask about tennis, but she asked so much, inquired so much about life. In her nights when she would lay in bed, she would inquire about what would her husband be like? What kind of a life would she have? Where would she live? She was always asking, and we want you to really understand this concept of asking, because we have told humans, you can ask the source when you are not feeling good to join you, and it will make you feel better. But you have to ask, because you're in your sovereignty. You're here creating individually a universe for yourself. But when you ask, it is given to you because the universe responds to those requests. It wants to answer questions. It wants to, fill you with knowledge on whatever topic it is that you're asking about, you see. The more you ponder your life, the more you wonder, the more you ask, the more information you will gain, the more you will be given, and the more familiar certain situations, circumstances, activities, people, and things will become to you, because you will start to unravel or open up your future to yourself, because much of it has been formed in prior lifetimes, you see. So it's just unfolding. And now you're here experiencing it. And now you're trying to decide in your free will how you're going to feel about those experiences. And then that is going to reform or recreate the life that you're now in and future lifetimes that will come after this one. Isn't it interesting? That's what free will is. You have the free will to change how you feel about situations and circumstances, and therefore change your life. Now, that can be really exciting, or that can be kind of scary, depending on how it is you're choosing. A lot of you are deciding to get stuck in your human, get stuck in your negativity, and become the tool. We've told you this before. But we want you to know that it's much more important than that. That not only are you going to make your experience better by how you're choosing, and not only are you going to align to yourself in all that is and start to receive some of the manifestations that are there or available to you from the life experiences you have had, but you're also laying out your future interactions with those that you're going to be interacting with, your future experiences that you're going to be experiencing, you see? All of this is part of it. So when we tell you you're the creator, we're not kidding. You're always the creator. You're the creator prior to coming, the creator during coming, and you're the creator after you've come. And none of it ever stops. It just keeps going and going and growing and growing, you see. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to grow you. We're trying to get you to understand the knowledge, the mastery, the wisdom really that is available to you when you get this idea that you can actually choose your way out of these crappy situations that you find yourself in. But you have got to have some gumption. You've got to have some will. You cannot become a victim. That's the worst poison you can swallow. Because in victimization, now you're creating another lifetime with a lot of things that you're not going to like, you see. Why not make the change? Why not step into your power? Why not be the picker, the chooser, the decider, the one that picks how they feel about things instead of just becoming the feeling? This is the ability you have. This is what the master does. We so want you to get this. We want you to have the lives that you want, not only now, but in the future. So this is an important recording. We hope that you get it with the love and intention we are sending it. Good day.